If your feet burn, tingle, or feel like pins and needles at night after 60, your body is sending you a very specific and important signal. This is not poor circulation, it is not old age, and it is not something you need to accept and live with quietly and indefinitely anymore. These sensations have a name, a cause, and in most cases, a real and practical solution that most people are never ever told about at all. Burning and tingling feet after 60 is almost always a late warning signal, not an early one, which is exactly what makes it so urgent. By the time your feet burn consistently at night, a process quietly building for months or even years is already well underway inside you. In the next few minutes, I will show you what is causing it, why it happens after 60, and what to do about it starting from tonight. I am Dr. Edward. This channel gives you honest health information that protects your independence and quality of life every day after 60. Let me show you what is actually happening in your feet at night, because once you understand this, you will know exactly what to do now. When your feet burn or tingle at night, what is the first thing that goes through your mind about what might actually be causing it today? For most people over 60, the answer is the same. It is just circulation, or just aging, or just something I have to get used to now. But burning and tingling feet at night is one of the most information-rich symptoms your body produces, and it is worth understanding well. What you are feeling is a nerve signal from the peripheral nerves in your feet telling you something in their environment has changed. Your feet contain some of the longest nerve fibers in your body, fibers that travel from your toes all the way up to your lower spine. Because they are so long, these nerve fibers are among the first to show signs of damage when something in your system is not working right. The medical term for this is peripheral neuropathy damage, or dysfunction of the peripheral nerves that supply sensation to your feet. Most people do not know that peripheral neuropathy affecting the feet has 5 specific and very different underlying causes after 60 today. The first and most common cause is blood sugar dysregulation, and this includes pre-diabetic blood sugar levels, not just full diabetes. Elevated blood sugar, even modestly, damages the tiny blood vessels that supply oxygen and nutrients to the nerve fibers in your feet. This damage is cumulative, meaning every day of mildly elevated blood sugar is another day of nerve fiber damage happening in your feet. Many with burning feet have never been told their blood sugar is a problem because pre-diabetic levels are easy to miss on standard tests. The second cause is vitamin B12. Deficiency B12 is essential for the myelin sheath, insulating every nerve fiber running through your feet. When B12 levels fall, the insulation thins, nerve signals become distorted, and burning and tingling sensations intensify at night. After 60, your stomach produces less acid needed to absorb B12, and certain common medications make this absorption problem far worse. The third cause is poor circulation. When blood flow to the feet is reduced, the nerves in your feet are deprived of the oxygen they need. This is why burning often intensifies at night when you lie down. Blood flow to the extremities naturally slows even further during sleep. The fourth cause is medication side effects, and this surprises most people because these are medications taken for years without question. Statins, metformin, certain blood pressure drugs, and some antibiotics, all are known to cause or worsen peripheral neuropathy after 60. If your burning feet started or worsened when a new medication was introduced, that connection is worth discussing with your doctor soon. The fifth cause is thyroid dysfunction. Low thyroid hormone directly affects peripheral nerve health in a very specific and measurable way. Here is why all 5 causes become more common and more damaging, specifically after 60, rather than at younger ages earlier in your life. Blood sugar regulation is less precise, B12 absorption is reduced, circulation is less powerful, and medication lists are longer after 60. Put any 2 of these together, and the burning in your feet at night becomes significantly more intense, persistent, and harder to ignore. Put all 5 together, which happens more than most people realize, and neuropathy progresses from uncomfortable to genuinely disabling. Every single one of these 5 causes is identifiable with the right tests and addressable with the right steps, and that is the good news. Neuropathy does not have to progress. People who address the root cause can measurably improve with focused, consistent action and time. Before I walk you through each step, I want to ask you something important right now before we continue with what I have left to share. If this video is helping you understand something your doctor never explained, please subscribe and tap the bell so you never miss a video. After hearing the full protocol, type 1 in the comments so I know this information reached you and made a real difference for you today. Step 1. Get your blood sugar tested with the right test, because standard fasting glucose misses pre-diabetic neuropathy in many people. Ask your doctor for a HbA1c test. It gives a 3-month blood sugar average and reveals pre-diabetes before it damages nerves any further. If your HbA1c is between 5.7 and 6.4%, you are pre-diabetic, and your burning feet may already be a direct result of this finding. Reducing refined carbohydrates, added sugars, and processed foods at dinner specifically can reduce overnight nerve symptoms meaningfully. Step 2. Get your vitamin B12 tested and request a serum B12 test specifically, rather than just a standard complete blood count panel. Many people with neuropathy symptoms have B12 levels in the low normal range, still low enough to cause significant nerve damage over time. B12 in methylcobalamin form, the most bioavailable form, is well tolerated and produces measurable nerve health improvements over time. Step 3. Check your medications with your doctor, because statin and metformin users have particularly high neuropathy risk after 60. This does not mean stopping medication without guidance. It means having an informed conversation about whether alternatives may help you. Step 4. Improve foot circulation with specific daily exercises that activate the venous muscle pump in your calves every single day. Seated calf raises, lifting your heels 20 times slowly, while seated performed twice daily, significantly improve circulation to feet. Ankle circles, toe raises, and foot stretches done 5 minutes before bed can meaningfully reduce nighttime burning intensity each evening. Step 5. Cool your feet before bed, because warmth intensifies neuropathy burning, and a cool environment can reduce nighttime symptoms. Sleeping with feet outside the covers, a cool cloth at bedtime, or thin cotton socks instead of wool all help reduce the burning noticeably. Many see their first real reduction in nighttime burning simply by keeping feet cooler during the sleep hours at night without exception. Blood sugar testing, B12, medication review, daily foot exercises, and cooling at bedtime, 5 steps that address every major cause today. None of these require expensive treatments, just the right information and a clear conversation with your doctor at your very next visit. One more thing before you go. The most common thing people do that makes the burning dramatically worse without ever realizing it at night. Most people who burn at night tuck their feet tightly under heavy blankets, which traps heat around the nerves and intensifies the burning. The instinct to warm, cold-feeling feet is understandable, but with neuropathy, the nerve signals are distorted and heat makes pain worse. Your feet are not cold, they feel cold because nerve signals are confused. Warming them causes those confused nerve endings to fire more. Keep feet cool and uncovered. Let the nerve signals settle, instead of amplifying them with warmth your instincts are telling you to add. Your feet have been sending you a signal every night, and now you know exactly what they are saying and what you need to do about it today. This is not something to accept as part of aging. It is a specific, identifiable, and addressable signal that deserves your full attention. If this video helped you understand something you lived with too long, type 1 in comments and share it with someone who needs to hear this. The video on screen covers another nighttime symptom that people over 60 accept as normal one that is just as addressable as this one is. I will see you there, and I hope tonight is the first night your feet feel the way they are supposed to feel when you close your eyes to rest.